the season 2 playlist, so definitely check those out. Today, I'm going to be showing you a lot of the kind of the starting setup. I feel like this time I'm going way slower than I did the first time when I played Animal Crossing New Horizons. I feel like I was just playing so much, I was unlocking things so rapidly, but now, like, I don't even have terraforming, and this is 3 weeks. I haven't played every single day though, but as you can see, my house has moved. It's now on its own kind of separate little area. I have a fence on one side, but I haven't made more fences, just some flowers around. I'm excited to have a bigger property this time for my island, or my personal house. The inside of my house is, I mean, I'm not gonna brag, but I'm ballin' in the gold, you know what I mean? I got this pirate floor. I thought it was funny because you can run in the gold, and the sound of running in the gold is pretty nice. So I really like my gold, and I like to just sit in it and just really think about my plans for my island. So every day I sit on my gold among my aurora lights and think, or sky, and think about it. So the inside of my house is still just a room. I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on the exterior. So if we just walk up here, you'll see I do have a campsite now, which is really awesome. The campsite's going to be kind of tucked in and have its own decor, which is really cool. And there's the campsite sign is there as well, so that's really awesome. There's also someone from the campsite actually lives here. Blair. I love squirrels, and Blair is a squirrel. Let's actually see if we can find Blair, because I really love Blair's like character design. Usually Blair's like hanging out around here. This bridge is probably gonna stay here, might move. Oh, who is this? Oh, Jax. So this is Jax. Very nice. I think enjoys working out. I think it's an athletic character. Jax is really nice and is always concerned about the island and things going on. For example, right now, Jax is worried about KK coming to perform on the island. That's the stage I'm at, is kind of starting to get the island put together. So he's gonna give me a sink. A sink, which is gonna come in handy for something, I'm sure. So I appreciate the utility sink. Thank you, Jax. I think that's also how I say the name. I hope I'm not doing it wrong. I did see Blair walk around. There's Blair walking around in the back. So this is Blair trying to get to their house. Blair is so cute. I want to fill my island with only squirrels. I'm so tempted to try that because I love them so much. But this is Blair, and that's our first campsite live-in, who came to the campsite and decided to stay, so that's really cool. I haven't finished all the ramps yet. It's hard for me to make money. It always is hard for me to make bells. But, of course, this is Sprocket, one of my original villagers moving to this island. And I've put Sprocket kind of up here. I'm kind of layering the houses this time and spreading them way farther out than they were last time. So we go up one more level and we can see this really cute character or villager that I met while I was on a bamboo island collecting bamboo trees to sell for bells, because you can sell them for a lot of bells. Yes, their house design super nice. I haven't been in here yet, and I really love these floors. Really nice. So I'm gonna go around so you can see their face. There they are. This is Murphy. Yeah, Murphy. Murphy's so cute. I love the bears, especially the little bear. The little bears are my favorite, and I really want Stitches. If we find Stitches, Murphy might have to move. Not gonna lie, but I really like Murphy, so I asked them to come live on the island, and they were like, for sure. So that's really cool. So Murphy lives up here in this really nice wood house. There will be a neighbor for Murphy on the other side, but I haven't got more villagers yet. I think there's a total of, what is it, 10 or 9? I don't remember. I think it's 9 some flowers here, and I avoided these stairs. I went hardcore with the stairs. You know, the more expensive ones. This is where Jeremiah lives. I love Jeremiah. They're so cute. But I don't know where they are. Here's like a mini neighborhood, I guess, the closest houses that are together. And this is where Ava lives. At least they're not sleeping. They're all out. Last time I tried to film this video, they were all sleeping. So, and Endicott is also out, so they should be in town or something. Sometimes Ava walks around here. Oh, looks like, is that Savannah? I think that's, or Sahara, sorry. Sahara's here. Looks like they're probably closer to town, so that's my house just back there. And I don't see them. Oh, there's Anacotti. How are you doing, Cannoli? I love Anacotti, so cute. I don't really prefer the mice characters or villagers, but I don't mind having Anacotti here for now. But I think I wouldn't, if someone, like another villager came along, I wouldn't mind getting a different one. Not that I don't like Anacotti, it's just sometimes you know the ones you kind of want to keep, and some you don't mind if they go and expand their horizons. So this is Ava. I forgot honestly that like chickens were in this game. So when I saw Ava, I was like, oh wow, that's amazing. And I like Ava, really, really nice. But again, like I think Ava could also, like, honestly, I'm just trying to say if I get more squirrels, they're gonna, like, Marshall still has to live here, you know? Because we stand Marshall here, as you all know. So if you've seen season 1, you know. I think Jeremiah's probably, like, shopping, maybe. I just want to show you quick, though, like, this is how the shops are set up. I was gonna space them out more, but I just honestly decided I was too lazy to have myself run to each of them, because I go to them all the time. So just for my lazy sake, I kept them close together. I'm sure Jeremiah's in here though, because Jeremiah has big drip, you know. Hey, there's Jeremiah. Yeah, look at it. Look at Jeremiah's drip, like that shirt. I won't change that shirt because I just like the way it looks on him. Jeremiah, the bullfrog. Do you get it? It's so cute. Like that whole thing, having it him be a bullfrog is cute, and being named Jeremiah. If you know what I'm talking about, it's like an older song from like a long time ago. The outfits, honestly, I haven't bought any outfits. Like I check and some stuff is cute, but I haven't really bought anything. Now that I have 2 islands, I can sometimes like trade within with myself, and will give myself clothes that I really like, or give myself like different things that I really like. And pretty much, like, I don't shop now. I'll shop on one island and not the other. But they always have different things, so I should shop on both. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing. Shopping on one, not the other. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating. Sometimes having 2 islands, because I have to switch between both. And then, you know, I don't know. I feel like it adds a hassle. Looks like we have some Nook Miles. I've been really trying to save. I've been using Nook Miles, but I just find I need to save because there's so many I want to spend to get furniture and stuff for the island. So this is the layout so far. Everyone's kind of spread out, and then the rest of the houses will go down to that left side, you know, after Murphy's house. I don't remember I think I'm working on like getting ready for KK, but I don't remember exactly what they want me to do next. They were saying to populate the island, so I laid out, you know, the extra 3 plots, and that's where, you know, a lot of these villagers were able to move in because the plots were open. I didn't wait for anyone to just occupy them this time. I went out and like found the villagers, or they came to the island through the campsite. So it looks like I have to talk to Isabel. I forgot, like, Tom kind of backs up when Isabel comes and lets her deal with the goings on in town. He mostly deals with money and infrastructure, so let's talk island events with Isabel for Honeydew. Okay, we have a 2-star rating. I only had a 1-star rating last time, so just adding villagers in brought me up a whole star, which is really nice. So it looks like things should be in moderation. I don't even know, I used to know my villagers so well, I knew who was giving the feedback. I don't know on this island though, because I don't know them all well enough yet. There you have it. According to certain feedback, the island lacks appealing scenery, so it looks like we're gonna have to probably decorate the island, head to toe, stream to sea. So we'll use recipes, items in the Nook shop, so that's gonna take time, to kind of get ready. It's getting the layout done this time is taking me a lot longer than it did last time. So that'll be interesting to start working on. I do actually stream this Animal Crossing often on Twitch. I've been doing it in the daytime because sometimes I have a lot I want to do and I'm streaming anyway. So if you ever want to tune into those streams, the link is down in my description. It's always down there if you want to check out my Twitch channel. I also have a second YouTube gaming channel that you can also check out. That is not ASMR gaming, it's just usually highlights from the streams. And sometimes I put VODs on there, but usually it's like stream highlights if you're interested. So yeah, that's a quick plug. I like to check in here for seasonal stuff if there's anything that looks cool or that I might want to use for something. Usually if there's food, I will just always take the food, because I like having food out like in kitchens and stuff like that, or like on tables in town. So yeah, I'm working out what kind of areas I want to make. I know I want to make a snack area for my snack villagers who enjoy having snacks. It's important to have good snacks on my island, as it should be important on everyone's island to have some good snacks. So I have to buy the snack machine. I think mine are like gray. I don't remember. I think mine are gray or like a deep blue. Really cool colors though, like colors I'm not used to using, because mine were like hot pink, like they were like really bright colors. So it's like a little darker colors, which is interesting to use. So I think I should water my plants at least, because I'm trying to get the flowers to grow. I want to decorate with more flowers, but I don't have a golden can, so now I'm like struggling to use like the silver, like can, and the silver like I don't know, just stuff that I'm not used to breaking so quick. They're breaking really quickly because I don't have all of my upgraded tools and stuff, so that's gonna take some time to get used to. And I think I forgot like my workbench, so I'm gonna check Nook while I'm here. Oh, I like that couch. I always like that couch, but I just haven't like bought it. I've never bought that couch. I think I bought a yellow couch on season 1's island, so that's kind of interesting. In here, sometimes I get tempted to just buy the watering can instead of going to make it, but it is indeed cheaper in bells. Maybe not cheaper in time, but I need to save the bells to start decorating for KK Slider to come give the concert and like basically make our island official. That's basically what happens when KK comes. But there is a lot of work to do from here to there. I really want to unlock terraforming because there's things I want to move. There's certain places I want bridges to be that aren't there, that it would just be more convenient to have the bridge there. I've got to start making bells more regularly. I missed out on turnips this week. I slept in on Sunday and I missed it. I totally forgot. Usually I set an alarm to make sure I'm awake, but I just forgot Saturday night to set my alarm, so I slept in Sunday and missed turnips, which was very unfortunate. So I guess we'll make sometimes I forget the buttons I should press, but we should make the watering can. But I thought I did have a workbench on me and I don't know where it is now. I guess I left it somewhere because I can't find it. It's not on my island, and it's not, I don't know where it is, so I have to make a new one, I think. Usually I carry a workbench around case where you have one, if you're on one side of your island and there's none near you, it can be kind of annoying. So just carrying one on you saves a lot of time, and it's way more efficient to make items really quick on the go and then drop them into the world. So yeah, it's way more efficient. I gotta clear up my inventory of so much stuff. I got the extended inventory, and it's great. I forgot that you get 4 rows. I was at first like, wait a minute, is this even bigger than usual? But it is 4. It's always been 4 rows, I'm pretty sure. I just felt like it wasn't for some reason. But I like to keep my inventory pretty organized because I just don't like to go in there and not know what I'm looking for or not find what I'm looking for. So it's a bit of like an OCD thing, I suppose, to keep it organized. I also want to put a garden in, so I need that hand cart. I didn't realize that it was the wheelbarrow. And so I was like, okay, that's a cart, and I knew that I needed to get more things for the garden. The garden's supposed to go behind Sylvia's house, kind of. It's like the orchard and garden goes all through the back there, and it will be separated by the water. As much as I want to terraform, I'm thinking of leaving some things, like I'm trying to terraform as little as possible, because some people said, wow, I got this island where I have to terraform the whole thing, and it was overwhelming. A lot of people used to say that to me when I first started playing Animal Crossing, and I think you honestly can try and use any area. Terraforming sometimes really messes people up. It really will make people overwhelmed or confused, because it's kind of daunting the first time that you do it. Now that I've played the game a couple times and I'm kind of used to it, I'm not really scared of terraforming because I know I can just undo it. It'll never be the way it was the first time, like naturally, but you can try, but sometimes I can't get it back, It's just how it is in this game, but I'm not as scared of it. The biggest terraforming I want to do is just so that the bridges go sideways, but like crooked. I don't know what direction it is, but like they're crooked, not like straight sideways. And I'm excited to do that because I think it'll make a lot of areas way more accessible. I'm just gonna keep watering here. I want these flowers to grow and grow, and I also need a place for these flowers to grow. So up in the back, there's like no houses there right now. I can put money trees, I can put flowers, I can just make an orchard. Like, that's a really good space at the top right of my island that I want to use. I grabbed this flower, so I want to give it to Ava because I don't like to just carry. I really don't like when I yank flowers out of the ground. So I always try and give it away if I do that. And then my villagers have all these little like pots of flowers, and it's kind of funny because they'll keep like what you give them in their house. This time I also want to give some of them certain furniture items to see if it fixes their house, because some of them, like those starter ones, come with a house that's not really nicely decorated. So I kind of want to make sure that, like, I want to see it, not make sure, but I want to see if I can alter the way their house looks without like actually going in a build mode in their house. So just based on gifts I give them or items I give them, I want to see how they use them. I know Marshall in season 1, like, I gave him a lot of stuff and he always put it in his house. He always found somewhere to put it in his house. Kind of made his house look tacky because I didn't realize how much he would put out stuff I gave him. So I'm hoping that happens. Like, Sylvia's house is really basic and bland. There's not a lot of furniture in there. And I noticed, like, in season 1 of Animal Crossing on my channel that, like, in the first island, like, Hazel's house never got better. She never, like, continued to, like, put new things in her house unless you gave it to her. Same with, Jitters on that island in season 1. Never. Those were my starter ones, and they never changed their house. It kind of just stayed super basic, and it made me feel bad. And I've noticed the starter ones just don't, like, in other people's games, my starter ones, like Jitters and Hazel, their like houses were different compared to give some kids toys because she has a little Joey in her pocket, and I'm hoping to like give Sprocket, because Sprocket's my other starter, some more decor stuff, because I'm pretty sure the inside of his house is just green, like all the furniture is the same color green, like everything's just the same color, and it makes me feel sad because I don't know what their house would look like if they had just moved here. It's actually, I think, kind of strange that they don't have a bunch of items in their house, even though they're your starter villager. I don't know if this is just me or if I'm like seeing it wrong, but that's just what I feel like I've noticed. And it's a bit frustrating. Or it's not, sorry, it's not that serious. It's not that frustrating. I just think it's interesting that happens and you miss out on how their house is supposed to look based on their personality. I think that's interesting. Not frustrating. I said the wrong word. I'm not like super frustrated. One thing I've actually with this game, there's a couple things with this game I get frustrated with, and one is like, why can't I paint the flipping fences? Why are they popsicle sticks? They're the color of a popsicle stick before you put color on it when you're doing a, like, I don't know, a little project or a little arts and crafts, or before like when the popsicle melts, there's even color. If you have a popsicle, like, they look like plain popsicle sticks lined up, and I don't know, I just wish I could paint the fence. It seems like such a basic thing to be able to paint the fence, like a basic part of, like, I don't know, like system in the game, to just be able to paint the fences, make them white, make them pink, make them blue. Like, you can even have them be preset. If it's hard to let players have all this, like, you know, if you could put custom designs on fences, then don't let us do that. Just let us paint them, because they just look like naked popsicle sticks in the ground. They look just the same color, and I wish I could just give more individuality to my villagers and have, like, I wish these two fences could be different colors. But anyway, that's enough rambling for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you lots of relaxation, and as always, I hope that you have sweet